In our last video, we took in, copied in, brought in our database access, and we wrote a little error code for that, didn't we? To check to see if the database is present and if the table and fields are correct. We also took and added the terms definition database. What we got to do now is we got to take in, in our switchboard activity, we took and we're reading the database there, okay, and displaying whether we're connected or not, and how many records there are. And then also we're passing the terms and the definitions by put extra, okay, to our dictionary activity and our quiz activity. What we need to do now is code our dictionary activity. The first thing we're going to do is go to our Word document. We're at 1.2.11, code for the dictionary activity. This is going to wrap it up right here when we get this one and the quiz activity done. Copy that little piece of code right there, paste it right here. Let's see, it's going to be on create right there, just like that, okay? And this is quite similar, of course, to our Spanish, okay, app, in that instead we got terms and definitions now. And then also we want a list of sorted terms that we can put in our list view, okay? So we can see them in our sorted order. Let's go ahead and grab the next piece of code. This piece of code, once again, we'll take and fill in the list view, okay? Give us a bunch of terms in our list view. I'm going to paste that right here, like that. Now we're actually getting them this time. We're getting by get intent, okay? And we receive our terms in that way. This get serializable extra is really cool. I don't have time to explain it here. Google it. It's just a way of getting your terms without saying this is what type of a list in a string and things like that, okay, that is. And also we're getting our terms and definitions, and then we get, we create a new array for our terms sorted and make it the size of our terms. And then we take and copy terms into this term sorted, and then we sort them right there, okay? And of course, this fills up your list view. Let's go ahead and get some code. Here, let me bring this over here so we can see it. And this is going to be the code for when we click on one of the items in that list view. Control C that. It should take and show a toast of what it means, what the term means, like that. Okay. Once again, this is similar to the Spanish app, so I won't go through this one. Now we need to go to our quiz activity and get this done. A little overview of that quiz activity looks like this. We got a term that's going to show up here. We got a new word button here that if we get tired of the current term, we can click on that and it will refresh this for us. And it's going to give us 4 random definitions. Of course, one of them is going to be right. You select the right one. So if we go back to our, let's see, our quiz activity code right here. Scroll down just a little bit in our document right there. Grab these global variables, C. We're going to paste that right here, like that. A little similar to the dictionary activity. We got our terms and our definitions. In this case, we're going to have a term and a definition. That's the current term and definition that's displayed in this quiz activity. And then we also have to have possible definitions that are going to fill up all the radio buttons to give us the ones that we might check if that's the right answer, of course. Go ahead and grab this code down here. What I did is I wrote a little method here that will refresh the, refresh the quiz activity with a new term and a new bunch of possible definitions. Go ahead and copy that. We're going to paste that in. That's going to go all the way down the bottom here because it's a method, okay? It's something we're going to call later on. And here we go right here, okay? And what it does is, first of all, get by intent, okay? Once again, that gets serialized extra, but we're going to be getting all the terms and the definitions. And then what we want to do is we want to take and get one of the random terms and put it in term. And the same one, the definition, put it in definition. So now this is the current one that's going to be displayed in our quiz activity. And what we do is we get a bunch of possible definitions. We add the current definition to it. We've got to make sure that's in there. We get 3 more and add them to this little possible definitions list. And then we shuffle those, and then we display those in the radio buttons, okay? Like that. And let's see, also, this little method here, for some reason that would the radio buttons don't work quite right, so I made a little method here called isRadioCheck that we're going to be using up in the top, okay? Let's go ahead and grab some more code here. This refresh, this calls it, okay, make sure you copy all this code. We'll talk about it in just a second here. Control C. And we're going to be pasting that right here. Like that, okay? First of all, we call that refresh, okay? It takes and puts all the new stuff in there. Radio group is the actual a container for all the radio buttons. And what we do is we use that to access and say, well, which one of the button is selected, okay? And we can say, okay, in this radio group, when check has been changed, okay, then we got to figure out which one was checked, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to say if the current text of the radio button that's checked is equal to the actual definition, in other words, it's right, then go ahead and toast this. Also, if it's correct, wait for just a few seconds, sleep for 3 seconds, and then take and refresh the quiz, okay? So that now we have a new one to work on. And if not, then just go ahead and say it's wrong and try again. It allows you to select another one of the radio buttons until you get it correct. We got one more thing to do. This little button down, or see this little piece of code right here. This reacts when I select new word, okay? Control C. Remember that new word that we had in right here? When I click on new word, this code will happen. And so I'm going to paste that code right here above this curly brace right there, Control V, like that. And now it says, okay, whenever somebody presses that, okay, just refresh the quiz and toast a string that says created a new word. Go ahead and run it. It should work. Email me if you got issues.